So today, Sammy, myself, and our two friends are on our way to the beach. We're going through Delaware right now and passing by a lot of these fields. It looks extremely dry down here. Fields are a lot bigger, like I'm talking 5 to 10 times the size of ours. So they have the big pivot systems that can just swing all the way through a field, all automatic. And the sections that the pivots cannot get to, or if they just don't have pivots at all, the corn is extremely dry from what I'm seeing. Like, it's only 2-3 foot tall, extremely yellow, looks like it's about shriveled up, and I don't even think it's gonna make it even if they do get rain. So Sammy, I don't know if you can see over here outside this window, like that corn is only, like I said, 2-3 foot, and I think it's just about done. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. It looks really bad. We just got here to the hotel. That's Trevor right there. We're heading up to the room right now, which is a decent amount of steps. This is our little room. I don't know if you call this an apartment or what you call it. Probably not gonna really use the stove or microwave much, but we have one bedroom in here and then one bedroom upstairs. Our cooler, after we go crabbing and clamming, that's where everything's gonna go. If we catch anything, hopefully we do. We're all just getting ready now to go out, maybe to the boardwalk, we don't really know. It's the second morning here at the beach. Trevor and Alyssa just went for coffee. Sammy's reading a magazine. We're just about to start making some breakfast. We got the pancake, Krusteaz mix, which I like a lot. We have bacon, ham, eggs. We got everything. Go through our bacon here in the oven on broil. And now we'll start getting the pancake mix ready. We just finished. We got scrambled eggs, bacon, pancakes, and toast. Everybody's just about to start eating, or is eating. This is a couple clips of us crabbing and clamming. Sadly, Sammy and Alyssa did not catch any crabs, but me and Trevor did end up getting 50 pretty nice smaller clams, which is what we were going for.
It's so windy, it's pushing me like with the camera. Lost the contact? How? Trevor's fans are doing it too. Whoa.
It's my first day back here on the farm after our vacation. It was a beautiful trip. Didn't really have any rain. We got around 50 clams, no crabs unfortunately. And yeah, so it was just a nice little getaway, but now it's time to get back to work. Dad already told me the first thing he wants me to get started on is some cultivating again. Everything's getting a little bit of the weeds between the rows, and we got to get them taken care of before the veggies get too big to where I can't get the cultivator through no more. Everything grew like crazy in the like 4 days that I was gone. Red beets looks like they grew about 3 times the size of what they were. And these are the weeds now that I'm gonna hopefully till up and kill after I go through. Pickles are getting big. We already started harvesting some of the cole crops about a video or 2 ago. That's just really some of the kohlrabi. Broccoli's not ready yet, and we don't really pick many collard greens for the farm market. This is the cultivating tractor. If you haven't seen me doing this before, how it works is the veggies that I'm cultivating will run straight through, obviously not in line with these little shoes or points, and these multiple going back through here are going to hopefully go into the ground and till up or bury any of the weeds that are in those rows that we obviously do not want there. It goes on this side and on this side. We can do 2 rows at one time, but because we only have a single row planter, we can only use 1 row. That way we're not accidentally hitting the next row of veggies. And so what I gotta do before even heading out is replace some of these points, just because as you can see, they're getting pretty worn down and they're not gonna do as good of a job as they should. There's 2 bolts in each point. Just gonna clean it off a little bit. The wire brush. Take my 11/16 wrench. Maybe put some penetrating oil on there. Maybe loosen them up a little bit. It's a little bit more of a pain than I thought it was gonna be. I got my first set on here. Dad thought I could reuse the bolts, but I could only reuse them on this one, not this one. They kind of stripped out when I was trying to loosen it, but I did put new nuts on everything. Then over onto this side, I'm gonna be replacing the whole tooth. And so I'll get all that mud off there. And hopefully it doesn't give me too much trouble getting it off of there. That one came off real nice. Do a little bit of a size comparison here. That's what it's supposed to be, and that's what it is. It was time to change. Simple. Just gotta match the holes up. Throw my bolts through there. Throw the nuts on there. Tighten it down. And there's just another comparison. Crazy. We don't cultivate a lot. It's only a couple times here in the beginning of the season, and then we don't really use this tractor again for the rest of the year. And so sometimes, you know, you're just in a hurry with a lot of other jobs. You think, well, they'll be okay, and you just keep doing that time after time. You don't really realize how much this is getting worn down and how much worse of a job it's probably doing. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you just gotta slow down, take the time, replace what needs to be replaced, get out there, and then you're gonna be doing so much better of a job when you're in the field. Okay, so all my teeth are on. Once I get a bump started, I immediately need to shut the petcocks off. I finished up the red beets, and then I went into the eggplant and got them finished. Then I came down over the hill here. I had to do some of the peppers. on the upper side of the potatoes. Got them done. Now I'm gonna go up and do the main field of peppers. But before I did that, I wanted to come down to the potatoes and check them out. There's really no weeds coming up, which is an awesome thing. And so I'm not gonna cultivate them. The next thing that's gonna be done now is they need to be hilled, because what's gonna happen is when the potatoes grow, they're gonna come out of the ground. If the potatoes see any sunlight, they're gonna turn green. So we gotta really be careful, and we gotta make sure we're paying attention and hill them when they need to be done. But I did notice down here, right along the hay, there is a pretty decent strip of weeds that I figured I'll come down through and just, you know, get these hopefully tilled up into the sunlight and die, because I don't want any weeds at all. And if I can help that before the potatoes get too big to where I can't get the cultivator through the field, well, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna do one row, and then I'm gonna head back up and start doing the peppers. I just finished up. It's around 2:30. It's extremely windy. Came home for lunch. If you guys have been following along with the whole drain coming off our house, we've got it finally finished up now. Spread the grass seed and then put a roll of straw over top. And then my dad, for the mums out at the farm market, made that little sprinkler. That way we can water them without doing every one by hand. And it's looking like it's working great for the grass out here. So hopefully before the party this weekend, which today is Wednesday, we have like 3-4 days, this grass can at least start coming up a little bit. Obviously it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be better than nothing. I'm heading down to the barn right now to get the 420. Mom and Sammy are back there at the greenhouse pulling the sunflowers. I'm gonna get the tractor hooked up to the planter, and then we're gonna hopefully meet at the field and put them in. It's not gonna take very long. It's only gonna be like a row or two. So we just got to the field, got the planter hooked up. Sammy and Mom are gonna be planting. We have, I think, 4 different varieties, 72 of each. So that's like 280 plants, or close to that anyway. Sammy just came back from the pharmacy, so she's got her scrubs on. Sunflowers are in. I'll take a walk down there in a couple of minutes and show you. It's only one row. But I did want to come up here to the sweet corn. I can't believe how much this has grown. Almost every single one has 2 ears on it. They're very tiny, but there's still 2 ears on it. So that's really nice to see. Probably, hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks, we should have some sweet corn. Here's the red beets that I got done. It was all right. You know, you just can't get all the weeds. We might have to come through here by hand, or actually we definitely will have to come through here by hand and weed these. Because if you don't, you're gonna be dealing with weeds then for the rest of the season, and that's just not fun. But it's actually better to do after a rain. That way, they pull out easier. But still, that helped out a lot. We got our peas in really late, but they are now just starting to come on. These are the snap peas here, so you can eat the whole shell and all. Not a lot, but there is some. And then out there is the beans and the shell peas. Here is the sunflowers. Yes, I know I have a crook out in the row out there. Not proud of it, but it is what it is. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rows in here, which that's a lot of sunflowers. We used 4 flats, which was, like I said, about 280 plants, and we didn't even fill a row. So let's just say 300, 1, 2, like 4. That's still 1,200 more plants I could get in that field. I only have another 200, 220 plants already started in the greenhouse that are going to be planted in about a week. But that means I still need to go and put more seeds, you know, in 6-packs to plant, hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks from now. But, you know, I'll worry about that tomorrow. As for right now, it is going on 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go down and feed the cows. That's what I'm calling it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember it ain't much, but it's honest work.